So I thought I would start a new series called Mental Health Monday. I must tell you, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a licensed practitioner. I have worked in the mental health industry with behavioral children. I still work with behavioral children in education, as well as adopting a child with quite the behaviors. But mental health, self care, Mondays. I think we should do that. Thumbs up if you like it. You know, any suggestions of things that we could talk about? Do you want to do a live where we can all interact and talk about it? I'll try to have some guests on. So, what I want to talk about today is anxiety. When I was young, I had a problem with anxiety, and I read some techniques, and I went ahead and I did those techniques, and I pretty much got it under control. With this being at home, not knowing when school's going to start, feeling insecure about my income and my job, with my foster son in a residential, the day after George Floyd was killed, I woke up. It was a Tuesday evening, um, you know, a.m., middle of the night. I woke up and I thought I couldn't breathe. Well, my sinuses were draining, and they had put me on too strong of a steroid, and they had put me on antibiotics. And so my mind was telling me, oh my goodness, you have the COVID and you can't breathe and you're going to die. And my mind wouldn't stop telling me that. And I'm a strong person. I've been through a lot. Through this journey, you'll learn more about me. And so I'm like, oh my gosh. And it goes into a full blown, panic attack basically, where I can't catch my breath. So I go to the walk-in. Wonderful doctor there. Not my regular doctor, because it was the walk-in and she wasn't working the walk-in that day. He held my hand. He even took chest x-rays. He took a little blood test. He reassured me. Then I had to follow up with my doctor. And as I got to talk to her, well, since March, when all of this started, I've been waking up every hour. I even made a video where I told you first time ever I slept ran. I've never slept walked. I hit my face right into the wall. So lots of trouble sleeping because everything's on my mind. My son, my adult son, says, I don't know how, you've got to stop doing that because I worry about there's too many pit bulls in the world and they put them down. We have a kill shelter in our town. I worry about the kids not being at school, especially the kids I work with, kids who have a hard time anyway, kids who may be a little behind anyway, kids who don't live in the best neighborhood. And I worry about them. And, I worry about my foster son who I met from school and he ran away to my house and does a story. We'll tell you that when the adoption's final. I have the papers here. I'm working on dropping them off today. So that has been me. So she gave me something to help me sleep. No, and no, and no. And finally, it's been 3 weeks, and I can sleep for 3 whole hours sometimes before I wake up. And then I wake up every hour. So I guess it's getting better. I've got to try some relaxation techniques. So hit me up and tell me, what do you do to relax? What are some things that help you when you just start worrying about the entire world? And then my adult son is biracial. He's a black man. And that means he's endangered in this society. And I think that's why the George Floyd thing, every time this happens, I think, my God, I don't want my son to leave the house. I don't want him to go anywhere. And he's grown. He's in his 30s. Believe it or not, I have a son in his 30s. I was a teen mom. But Black Lives Matter. And our society is so full of injustice. And it's not just injustice with the police or with the judicial system. There's injustice with the voting system. There's injustice in our local communities. There's injustice with housing, utilities sometimes. Where can you live? Where can't you live? This is still going on in America. People are still being killed because of the color of their skin. It is 2020, people. That is not good for us. It's not good for our mental health. It's not good. We are brothers and sisters. And you cannot say that you love God, but you hate a person because of the color of their skin. You cannot say you're against abortion, but you can't stand people of a different color. Either all life is sacred or no life is sacred. So these thoughts, as I said, led me to the panic attacks. Then I had to pull myself together, with the help of a little medication, which I won't be on very long. Just, I need to get a good sleeping pattern back again. Because, lack of sleep, that's not a good thing for anyone. So, I tried listening to the ocean on YouTube. Thank you, YouTubers who put the ocean on there, because it's my favorite place. And sometimes that works. I have not tried meditation. Of course, I pray before I go to sleep. So hit me up. Tell me some of your relaxation techniques. How do you get all this stuff out of your mind? How do you fall asleep so quick? I've never been able to fall asleep so quick. But once I fall asleep, how do I stay asleep? Because I really need some sleep. Okay, so please hit that like button. Please comment. Tell me what you want to talk about on Mental Health Mondays, or we can call it Taking Care of Ourselves Mondays. Self-Care Mondays. I think that'll be it. So, hit me up and let me know. Self-care. It's a good thing.